Welcome back to the Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament. Right here live from Loveland, Colorado, and on WFTDA.tv. You found us 2 tracks, 3 days of action, and it continues now as the Open Division is back on the track. Des Moines versus the Attack Pack. Should be a great game. That's all we've seen so far, to be honest. But again, spread the word, and if you have any questions on the Twitch chat, let us know. Just stay with it. We'll teach you all about roller derby we possibly can all weekend long. For those of you who are diehard fans, perhaps family back in the respective Iowa or Florida, then you might know a lot of what's going on, but we'll still bring you the action from our vantage point. This is a game I'm really looking forward to as 2 veteran teams, veteran of JRDA champs, but also veterans of Junior Roller Derby in general, should not disappoint. So we'll go over the rosters as we begin the game. Do note that the Attack Pack will be in purple, Des Moines in the white, and the trim is flip-flopped. We have Attack Pack in the purple with white trim and Des Moines with white and purple trim. Kind of similar to the game you just saw with some yellow here, some black here, green, sorry. Let's not get into talking colors again. And away we go with Road Rage confirmed jammer for the Attack Pack. Captain for this game. And lead jam. Des Moines jammer with the star stash, but from my vantage point, that appears to be 101 Goldie Knox. Road Rage on a scoring trip. Again, jammers scoring 1 point on each opposing blocker they pass after that first lap through the pack. That was a track cut on Road Rage. So this will be a power jam, 30 seconds to score as much as they can here, specifically Goldie Knox, and time does not begin until the jammer sits down. So track cut, basically bettering position coming back in ahead, relatively speaking, from where you were. And there's another example of a track cut. So dueling jammer penalties. Jammers will switch places in the penalty box and both will serve the same amount of time. So Road Rage back in play and picking up on the scoring pass where he left off. And with the lead jammer called to the penalty box, lead jammer status goes away. So this will go the remainder of the 2-minute time limit. Look at that defense. And in particular, 23 Recnology, joined by 325 Sasquatch. Direction of gameplay called on 20 Scully for the Attack Pack. Jam continues. And scoring trip complete for Road Rage. That makes 8. 4 points for the first pass, 4 for the second. If you haven't watched in a while, jammers no longer score on each other. Maximum 4 points per scoring trip. Staying in. And no, knocked out. And looking to go back and correct, but then the jam reached a full 2-minute time limit. So that will be it. 4-8. That's net 4 for the Attack Pack. Attack Pack again in purple, Des Moines in the white. Always 30 seconds in between jams. Road Rage fans have been watching. I see you on Twitch. Spread the word. It's going to be a great game. Lead jam. That's 2 in a row for the Attack Pack. 123 Purple Warrior. Jam at Jacob, the opposition. 07 for the Des Moines Derby Brats. And one-on-one up front there with D-Train defense. Both jammers free. Offense and defense happening at the same time as you see in the pack. And 0-0 on the last trip through, 6 points. So if I recall, that was 4 the first trip and 2 the second for the attack pack. 6 points, making 14. Des Moines holding at 4. 2 30-minute halves being played. Still way too early to call this game. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Cherry Bomb Brawlers, who won a 1-point victory over Raleigh, and the Diamond City Miners. That game will be at 5 o'clock Mountain Time today. The next game for either of these teams will be 3 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow. Lead jam for Lightning. That is 3 in a row for the attack pack. And scoring trip completes and call off. That's textbook jam, calling off the jam before the opposing jammer can come around and score, or sometimes even break through the pack. Sometimes you might carry on after that, but no. Basically, that's how the game works if this is your first time. Though if you have any questions, let us know, and we'll all jump in and let you know what's up. 5 seconds to go. 25-30 in the period as Jammers track and almost looked like they were going for the same opening there. 7-7-7 for most. And yes, lead jam, high roller. And a little contact there. 07 Jamet Jacob forcing the call off, because the best thing that could have happened there was both jammers score. Too early for that. Not to coach from the mic, but too early for that, perhaps. Always reset, 30 seconds between jams, and start again.
I believe it's
24:45 to go in the period. High scoring jam so far, just 6 points. Lead jam. No, there was a penalty called. It was from a different referee. That was a high block. I was saw the reaction there by 354 ladies man, leaving the track as soon as possible. So High Roller stayed out and currently on the initial trip through the pack, wants to earn lead jammer status to control the jam. However, did not pass everybody upright and inbounds. Scoring trip complete, though. So we carry on 4 points, 24 minutes to go, minute 18 in the jam. Always 2 minutes per jammer until the lead jammer calls it off. Good block there. 7-3-1 Enigma, another veteran of junior roller derby. High roller through for 4 points. And ladies man, that is the initial trip through the pack. You score on each trip after the initial trip. You have to complete it first. And when you come out of the penalty box, you pick up where you leave off in that regard. Jammers free to engage each other anywhere on the track. They're doing so off camera. A little positional work. About half track till they reach the pack again, as the pack, well, not really, kind of maintains their moderate pace. A legal procedure on Enigma. As almost a hush fell over the crowd to hear what that call was. High roller, another scoring trip complete. And a forearm called on Ari Cantrell for the attack pack. So that will affect blocking power as we start the next jam. 30 seconds in the penalty box again, and time pauses in between jams. 12-4 that time. It appears to be 30-8 now in favor of the attack pack. 12-4, net 8 for High Roller. Good start by both teams. Des Moines needs to make up some points, but aside from that, good start as far as teamwork, offense, defense. You can tell the maturity of both of these teams as far as the gameplay being exhibited. And lead jam, but not foremost jammer. You see what happened there as Road Rage passed by Jamet Jacob. And I think you hear, keep going, keep going, keep going. And they do, approaching the pack slightly off camera now. Jamet Jacobs scoring, completes the scoring trip. And Road Rage, ooh. Swing, great attempt there. Two blockers out in turn 3. We may have to check on one of them, a little slow to recover. So score as it stands now, 4-4. Those points being met as you saw at home or wherever you happen to be this weekend or work. I won't tell. Timeout for Des Moines. As the score is now following that 4-4 wash, 34 for the attack pack, 12 for Des Moines. High scoring jam so far, 7-7-7 high roller in the previous jam, 12, but 4 of those points met by Ladies Man. Scheduled to appear in this game for the Des Moines Derby Brats All-Stars, 02 T-Rex Lex, 025 Sour Cheetah, 07 Jamet Jacob, 101 Goldie Knox, 13 K-Boom, 23 Rechnology, number 3 Brick House, 306 D-Train, 325 Sasquatch, 354 Ladies Man, number 4 Domestic Violence, 62 the Captain Cuban Missile, 711 Miss Batitude, 731 Enigma, 999 Miss Mayhem. For the attack pack from St. Petersburg, Florida, 03 Macavilla, 10 Lightning, 101 Ari Cantrell, 120 Evil Apple, 123 Purple Warrior, 18 Monkey Nest, 20 is Scully, 206 the Captain this game, Road Rage, 24 Solar Flare, 303 Dizzy Izzy, 62 Olivia Glisten, 71 Sunny Days, 777 High Roller, 975 Miranda Slambert. Back to live action. Attack pack jammer drawn back. Lead jam 3-5-4. Ladies Man. Lead jam, I believe, first time in this game. As Purple Warrior again knocked out of bounds and tracked by the pivot. Their 7-3-1 Enigma. Scoring trip in progress for Ladies Man, looking to make up a few lost points early in this game. This just being jam number 7, and the first 10 minutes of the game rather fast-paced as far as the jam count goes. Purple Warrior with the star stash completing the initial trip. Ladies Man up 4, approaching the pack. And that is the jam. 2 more points to show, and that will be 6. Yes, 6 for Ladies Man, 18 now to the attack pack, 34. Only the second scoreless jam for the attack pack. Again, score 34-18 for those listening. Someone wondering if the attack pack, they see a swarm of purple in turn 2. Did the parents get matching shirts this year? It appears they did. I haven't seen them up close, but they all match, and you know, that's kind of hard to do even after they've been washed. So I think those are brand new shirts just for this occasion. And we have an occasion here of lead jam for Lightning, number 10. Second lead jam and second jam for Lightning, 101 for Des Moines. Goldie Knox. Second jam for Goldie Knox, who scored 4 points previously. There, a little footwork off camera as Ghost Blocker may have followed the attack pack here from Florida, but nonetheless, 4 points, making 38 for the attack pack, 18 now for Des Moines. Again, the winner of this potentially awesome game will advance to game number 19 on your bracket. That is against the winner of the Diamond City Miners number 1 seed and the Cherry Bomb Brawlers, who won that 1-point game over Raleigh this morning. And the winner of that game goes to the championship game. But got a long way to go till then, as High Roller earns lead jam over Jamet Jacob. High Roller with the call off, and it was in time, just barely 2 points. Or is that 2 points? 2 points, that is. Official score being held up by the referee. You have to count all those fingers. Sport of Junior Roller Derby played under the rules of Flat Track Roller Derby by the WFTDA as amended by the Junior Roller Derby Association. For the most part, that involves the Level 1 and Level 2 game, not the championship caliber Level 3 action, just some administrative wording differences. So world-class all-star roller derby and a track cut by Purple Warrior makes this a power jam for Ladies Man. Who recovers, has to pass a couple teammates there. Now 4-on-1 up front by the attack pack. Good track awareness and not at all surprising there from either of these teams with a number of veteran skaters. Some we won't see after this weekend, unfortunately, but keep watching the sport. No doubt you'll hear those names pop up again and again. 4 points scored and 4 unanswered points. That was. Making 22 now to 40 for the attack pack. Last 2 jams, 4-2 in favor of Des Moines. Last 3 jams, 6-4 in favor of the attack pack. Last 4 jams, 10-8 in favor of Des Moines. So can I get the pattern here? It's going to be one of those games. Keep watching, keep listening. Jammers Jim Jacob and Purple Warrior now back in play. Time in the penalty box pauses in between jams. You were wondering about that. And 30 seconds as soon as the skater sits in the penalty box, which is between the benches just under the camera from your vantage point this weekend. Right here on WFTDA.tv. Quick jam and 4 points to show for it for Des Moines. Two jam, 8-point rally by the Des Moines Derby Brats. 26 now to the Attack Pack's 40. A quarter of the way through the game. And there's the whistle to start a potential another 2-minute jam, but a back block practically off the whistle there for Goldilocks. So Lightning dropped hard, but continues on and does earn lead jam. Takes to the air over the opposing blocker. Racknology in the right. Oh, again, almost. Racknology in the right place, but Lightning able to still skirt that. And more defense piling it on by the Des Moines Derby Brats. Not at all surprised by that. 6 points there for the attack pack. Potentially could have been a lot worse. So Des Moines, credit all the defense. I don't know if we have tournament MVPs this weekend. I'd be surprised if we didn't, but all of them angling for that award early. And here we go. Jamit Jacob versus High Roller. Two of the more prolific jammers this time. And lead jam High Roller. But no, High Roller called out on a penalty. Excuse me, that is, lead jam was open in that situation, and Jamit Jacob with lead. Referees have the best vantage points, better than those of us at home or even here in turn one. Appears we have an injury here. So again, that was clarified as a penalty power jam, and the jammer was iced, meaning the jam was called with high roller still in the penalty box. So when we pick up again, it will be a Des Moines power jam, a power start, with the remaining time being served in the penalty box by anyone in there. Right now, it appears to be just the jammer. 29 now for Des Moines, 46 for the attack pack. Back to live action. Per JRDA rules, we do not continue playing until a medic is able to continue watching the game. So now that we can, by the rules, pick up action, we'll have Jam at Jacob with lead jam over high roller now out of the penalty box. And completing the initial trip. And up and over. That is a height record for the weekend so far. Jam at Jacob. 4 points scored. Whatever happens in the air is on you, but if you land in bounds with a skate in bounds first, then there you go. You got through the pack. There are several skaters in Derby history who have made it an art form. So 4 points on the board for Des Moines, and that is 7. That is a timeout. I heard a timeout and a thud, or a whistle and a thud. No, that is a timeout. So yeah, 2 jam, 7-point rally for the Des Moines Derby Brats. Or excuse me, for the attack pack taking their first timeout. And even 12 minutes to go when we pick up again. And a 13-point game. Checking math, and it looks like it's been about at that pace since jam number 5 was a kind of a breakout jam for the attack pack. 8 points net, 12-4 there. No double-digit jams yet for Des Moines, kind of the nickel and dime type scoring, we call it. 4 points, maybe 6, maybe 3. But shutting out the other jammer just about each time. Ladies Man and Road Rage jamming this time. And it is lead jam Road Rage. Road Rage, hello, with 8 points previously. And a cut call on Ladies Man, Power Jam Road Rage. Excuse me, High Block, rather. High Block from... Also, the pivot head to the penalty box as Road Rage completes the trip through the pack. Anyone in the penalty box scored upon, blockers that is, in the penalty box scored upon as each new scoring trip begins. And another scoring trip ends. 4 points, making 8. Cut on blocker 23, Ragnology. Bettering position, coming back in bounds. Road Rage, 4 points. 20, Scully for the attack pack called out. Destroying the pack was Ariana Cantrell for the attack pack. If you're not part of the legal pack, you have to make an effort to reform that pack, and someone will take the fall for that if that does not happen. 1 point more added to the 3 previous scoring trips, 4 each, making 13 for Road Rage. 59 now to Des Moines 33. Dizzy Izzy, Sunny Days, and Enigma last lines of defense, respectively. As Packard, oh, interesting there as Jamet Jacob earning lead jam practically right off the whistle, just coming back in, taking control. Des Moines having the pack advantage as far as the blockers go. So taking advantage of that, and 4 points scored. $37 now for Des Moines, 59 for the attack pack. Attack pack with 2 double-digit jams, which, let's see, 12, 25, 25-4 if you added those 2 jams together. Lightning drawn out and back by Enigma. And a cut on Ladies Man. This is a power jam, Lightning. No. Got a penalty, actually a second penalty, a misconduct penalty for Lightning in succession, rather, as coach is wondering about that. So Ladies Man back in play, and that completed the initial trip through the pack. Again, you pick up where you leave off. Both jammers in play. 4 points up for Ladies Man. If you're wondering about the floor, the teams were able to practice on it yesterday. They did get a fair amount of track time actually on both sides, because potentially they could be skating on both sides of the venue, both with the same floor as far as my feet can tell. Some teams used to skating on wood, some teams on polished cement, some on particle board even. Or sport court. Anywhere there's a flat surface, you can play flat track roller derby, and there's advantages and disadvantages, shall we say, to each, but for the dimensions that are required for roller derby, beggars can't be choosers. So it pays to get advantage or get experience on all these types of floors, and maybe change out wheels also as needed. 16 big points. Big points. That is by far the high-scoring jam of not only the game, but also for Des Moines in particular in that last jam. High roller out with lead. But yes, 16 big points, making 53 now to 59. And up and over is High Roller, calling off the jam as the initial pass completed by Jamet Jacob. But Ladies Man, yes, let's not go without mentioning 16 points, high-scoring jam of the game, and 4 points there for the attack pack, widening the gap, but only to now a 10-point difference. 5:45 to go in the period. And lead jam 2 in a row, Road Rage this time. A cut, and that will go against Evil Apple for the attack pack. Road Rage blocked hard, maintains upright position, inbounds, completes the scoring trip. And initial trip complete by There's a call off as both jammers approach. Let's see, 2 white and 1 purple. That's as close as it could possibly be. Jam not over again until the 4th whistle blast. So sometimes they go for it and kind of call off the jam as they approach the pack. But 2-1 that time, net 1 for Des Moines, making 55 to 2-5 rather, counting the past scoring trips. There we go. But that last one, that was close and probably not quite intended. Still 55-68. That was the key there. The jam is not over until the 4th whistle blast, and sometimes you chance it, and that happens. 3-5-4, ladies man, completing the initial trip. 1, 2, 3. Purple Warrior blocked out, calls off the jam. 3 points scored. Enigma calling for 2 points, but it is 3. Now, I know in the adult game, S. Gents used to count her own points. I don't know about counting points for the opponent, but there you go, 3 points. 71 for the attack pack, 55 for Des Moines. 3.5 minutes to go in the period. Oh, well, applaud the attempt, shall we? Got to reset. Jam at Jacob. No, call on a back block on that attempt. Lead jam, Road Rage, and Power Jam, Road Rage. I do believe this is the 4th lead jam in a row for the attack pack. And score bearing that out, as in those 4 jams, 16 points scored thus far to just 2 for Des Moines in that same period of time. 2 blockers remained up front and slowed for a second there by D-Train, but the scoring trip is complete. And another 4 points by Road Rage, maintaining control. Jam at Jacob. Met by a swarm, and oh my gosh, you heard that no matter where you were. That was not a quite direct hit on the Cossacks, thank goodness, but you heard the impact. Jam continues. Ari Cantrell sent to the penalty box. And 2 blockers in the box for Des Moines right now. Jam at Jacob just now completing the initial trip through the pack, 1:40 into the jam. What effort, but no points to show for it, as Road Rage now breaks the record, but was just called on a high block by Scooby Don't, and will start the next jam in the penalty box. It will be a power start for Des Moines when we pick up again following this official timeout, as the celebration on the bench cut short. 20 points for Road Rage, making 91 now. What a jam, and remember, the opposing jammer was in play. Wow. 91-55 in favor of the attack pack in purple. The winner of this game will meet the winner of the 5 p.m. Mountain game between the Diamond City Miners, #1 seed, and the Cherry Bomb Brawlers. The runner-up in this game, as I try to follow my bracket here, will meet Sioux Falls, it appears to be, tomorrow morning at 11 Mountain. So again, just getting started, and win or lose, just getting started here, live in Loveland, Colorado at the Ranch Events Complex. Second time here for JRDA Champs. Thank you for joining us wherever you happen to be, and feel free to share that in the chat. If you also have any questions about this sport of roller derby and the awesomeness therein. Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament being held on 2 tracks. We have 2 divisions, the female division and the open division, which you're seeing right now. And championships will be decided as well as all 10 places in each division. I'm going to call this a capacity crowd on hand here on the pink track. They know what's up. If you couldn't make it, sorry, but you have the next best seat wherever you happen to be watching on WFTDA.tv, as always, with a great view of the track. Every jam, every block, every second of every game as we carry on, we will have for you right here. Rather lengthy official timeout. We'll hope to find out what is going on as soon as we find out the same. But we do know that road rage is in the penalty box and officials' clipboards are out. Thank you to all the officials making this game possible. Literally cannot do it without the referees and officials. Doof Warrior, KT Massacre, Flow Block, Papa Payne, Zookeeper, Soprano Stinger, Zombie Dearest, Kim Probable, Party Crasher, STO Nasty, Rockstar, Dilly Gaff, leave that one alone, Ninja, Kill a Key, Scooby Don't, Honey Badger, and Guinness. .325 Sasquatch for Des Moines, leaving the track of notes. That's likely what the official timeout was about. Now, we have an official review by the Attack Pack, and they can't hear us on the track, but even then, I think we all know probably what is being reviewed as that 20-point jam by Road Rage, the celebration right in front of us here at the announcer position, cut short with a high block penalty being called. So perhaps a matter of when and where was the high block. Just a guess. Again, we'll find out and bring that to you as soon as we can. A minute 42 to go when we pick up again. And be sure to get your WFTDA.tv watch passes for 2019 playoffs and champs. We have more details on that in the chat, including there is a 20% off discount code, which is better, easier said than spoken. So scroll up to see details on that. You want to see all the postseason action from the Women's Flat Track Derby Association, as watch passes are on sale now. So far for Des Moines, the highest scoring jam, 16 points for 3-5-4 Ladies Man. Next up, Ladies Man with 6 points previously. Other than that, it's been 4, 3, 2, or 0. For the Attack Pack, high scoring jam we just saw by Road Rage. Next by Road Rage, 13 points previously. And then 12 points from 777 High Roller. Stand by.
Referees saw that the jammer throw the shoulder into the opposing skater's face at the end of the jam.
Shoulder to facial contact by Road Rage towards the end of the jam, we're being told. So the official review will be lost by the Attack Pack. And the penalty confirmed. A minute 33 to go now. Ladies Man with the power start. And lead jam, Ladies Man. Jammer just now standing, Ladies Man on the scoring trip. And being held up momentarily, 4-point scoring trip complete as Road Rage back in immediately passes the star to 777 High Roller, who had better track position. That does complete the initial trip through the pack. The pivot can receive the star from the jammer and carry on as the jammer and have all the benefits therein except for calling off the jam. 3:03, hello. Dizzy Izzy with the block that leads to the call off there. 35 seconds to go in the period. Always 30 seconds between jams. 7 points by Ladies Man, making 62 now. Attack pack holding at 91. And first scoreless jam for the attack pack in 5 jams. This jam can go a full 2-minute time limit or until the lead jammer calls it off. Keep that in mind as they skate on. Jamet Jacob and Purple Warrior respectively. Multiplayer block called in the pack and up and over on the apex. Lead jam Jacob. Purple Warrior did make it through on the initial trip and has about a quarter lap to make up. There's the call off, 2 points. No, what? 2 points. Yes, 2 points it is, making 64 now. And attack pack at 91. What a game. It's almost becoming a cliche, but that's how we roll here with the Junior Roller Derby Association. More to come. 15-minute halftime, as always. JRDA Champs 2019 live right here in Loveland, Colorado. Don't you go anywhere. And here we are again, yes, right where you left us at the JRDA Championship Tournament live from Loveland, Colorado. What a game we have now, 91-64. The attack pack over the Des Moines Derby Brats as the battle for potentially first place continues. The winner of this game continues in that trajectory. The other team continuing to play until a maximum goal of 5th place, as all teams will continue to skate it out all weekend long. 2 tracks, 3 days of action. Solid derby that we've seen all along, and glad you could be here for us. If you're a new viewer to roller derby, there is a cheat sheet. I'll get you the information on that momentarily. Also, I want to get in on the watch pass for the WFTDA, the Women's Flat Track Derby Association Championship postseason. That will be being held shortly, and we have information on a discount code for that as well. But speaking of the presence, yes, as we said, 2 veteran derby teams skating it out, and not at all disappointing here. A 64-91 game, just a few scoring passes separating the 2 teams, and 32 seconds to derby. Of course, we have 2 tracks going, so 2 open division games being played. The website I want to tell you about, WFTDA.com. That is WFTDA.com/new, N-E-W, for a downloadable roller derby cheat sheets if we're a little too fast with the lingo. And again, if you like what you're seeing, join WFTDA for live free games for the 2019 postseason right here on Twitch. You can get full schedule at WFTDA.tv. There is a season combo pass for watching the championship action using the code WFTDA Roby Doby, and we have some camel case in there, but again, that is WFTDA Roby Doby. Be sure to watch the chat for the actual spelling and camel case involved there. Now, yes, a couple of standout jams and standout jammers. 33 points, unofficially 33 points for 354 for Des Moines. That is Ladies Man. 21 points for 07 Jamet Jacob, and 10 points for 101 Goldie Knox. That does comprise all 64 of their points by my math. For the attack pack, far and away the standout jammer, 206 Captain Road Rage with unofficially 46 points on the board. The others, let's see, 777 High Roller with an impressive 18. Number 10 Lightning with 14. 1, 2, 3. Purple Warrior with at least 9 points. Numbers may be off slightly. That is unofficial. But yes, as we said, the winner of this game will go on to play the winner of the Cherry Bomb Brawlers Diamond City Miners game. Diamond City, the number 1 seed in the Open Division. That will be at 5 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And the winner of that game will go on to the championship game. So quick progression if you continue winning. Attack Pack, if you're just joining us, wearing the purple for this game. That is the primary purple. Des Moines in the alternate white with purple trim, so watch closely. And watch that track cut that is the pivot for Des Moines. Lead Jam, Road Rage, right out. .354, the opposition ladies man, and 2 points, making 93. That will be 264. On this track, after this game, you'll see Seattle versus Rose City. Seattle versus Rose City in the female division action. And next to us will be Los Anarchists versus Pile of Bones from Regina, Saskatchewan. Canada representing. 1, 2, 3. Purple Warrior over Jamet Jacob, at least on the initial trip. A little dodge there past Cuban Missile, and there, what do we have? Again, Jam not over until the 4th whistle blast, and look at that, 4-3. Despite not having lead, 4 points put up to 3, net 1 for Des Moines. Every point counts as close as this is. Blockers ready, and it looks like they had the same strategy. Sped up and then stop, turned around, stop, look, and listen. And that's the philosophy as Lead Jam is lightning for the Attack Pack, 3 in a row. Lays man the opposition with about a half lap to catch up, but the jam is called. Good textbook jam. You can see the brackets as I was referencing. Those are at juniorrollerderby.org. We also have a Facebook event page, 2019 JRDA Championships, the Facebook event page. We have the final scores for each game there, along with the brackets if you scroll down. And we'll have updated brackets at the end of the day. We have massive, like several story tall brackets over in a corner on the other track. So we'll get a shot of those also. High roller over Jamet Jacob this time, and quick jam, and 1 point for purple. That makes 99 to Des Moines 68. Des Moines with 4 points this period. Attack Pack with 6. And you might have heard Regnology being called on false start. As long as they yield, we're good. And Lead Jam Road Rage. Attack Pack taking control, and a power jam on top of that, a forearm call it was. Attack Pack taking control of the Lead Jam situation, and as Florida Derby veteran Logan Childs used to say, you control Lead Jam, you control the game. That is happening here in the second half. That was a hard hit, and The jam will be called on the blocker's behalf. Slow to recover, and actually did signal to the referee. So, good heads up by referees calling off the jam, and also the medics there. It appears to be, from our vantage point, D-Train, but medics on site just a few steps away at any given time. So we'll pick up again as soon as we're able. We're not going to rush it. But it was hard impact, as it is a full contact sport. Things happen from all angles. And unless a penalty is called, nothing egregious. Of course, if there was anything egregious, it would be grounds for expulsion, as always. But we have legal target zones. We have legal blocking zones where the skaters know where they can or cannot make contact, whether they're playing offense or defense. 8 points were scored by Road Rage at the end of that jam before the jam was called. And since the jam was called on D-Train's behalf, D-Train will, by rule, sit out the next 3 jams. Again, the next games on this track, Seattle versus Rose City. These will be the female division teams. Seattle versus Rose City on the pink track. On the yellow track, we will have Los Anarchists against Regina. They have met before, Los Anarchists, with the single win, and that I believe happened in 2019. Skaters up and wheeling off the track. Good sign. .25:44 was where the clock stopped. We'll correct that if that's not quite right. Every second, every point counting in a game like this. So the rolling whistle looks like we're going to pick it up again as Des Moines blockers populate the track. It will be a power start, and again, penalty time pauses in between jams or game stoppages, as it may be. And it will be Purple Warrior with the power start. And good defense by Goldilocks, as long as was legal, straight out from the pack. And Purple Warrior shakes a block attempt there. I believe that was Rachnology again. 4 points scored. You see Ladies Man back in action, no doubt. Still has to complete the initial pass, or initial trip through the pack. And 4 points scored by Purple Warrior, making 8. Goldilocks in the penalty box. That will affect the blocking power of Des Moines, I can say from past experience. Swarming defense from 2 blockers on the outside. 7-11 and 62, Miss Batitude and Cuban Missile, respectively. Kind of forcing the call off there, to say the least. 3 points, I think, on that. 4 points on that last one. That makes 12. 119-68. Des Moines held to just 4 points in this period. To 28 for the attack pack. Lead Jam Lightning for the attack pack. continuing the streak of 7 jams. Apex jump and calls it, and good skate control, I'm going to say, by Jamet Jacob, coming to a full and complete stop by the 4th whistle, not risking a late hit. So credit there as far as being able to stay in the game, not serve any penalties, give the attack pack any more advantages as possible. So 4 points scored nonetheless by Lightning. Good sporting there. 101 Goldie Knots called a high block rather quickly into the jam, and a power jam as the jammer ladies man called on a high block. 4 points on the board for High Roller so far in this power jam. Now, weaves past Miss Batitude, just barely though. Excellent skate control that you'll see here at championship level roller derby. That time blocked out and has to reset behind, well, it was going to be a forearm call. No, the blocker that sent the jammer out of bounds was then blocked, counter blocked by the attack pack, so couldn't skate backwards as much as they'd like. Saw that in the straightaway previously. Had to let the jammer go, strayed too far out, did the pivots. As ladies man set to put points on the board for the first time in 7 jams, it appears. High Roller will be approaching the pack momentarily. Okay, now you see High Roller. Defensive formation, except for the attack pack bridging to keep everyone legal. You saw the 2 skaters kind of in the middle, not engaging anyone, stretching out the pack definition as part of the offense and defense both. No, that was a cut. A cut on High Roller as the jam ends. Official timeout. Maybe to hash that out, but it was a track cut by High Roller to end the jam. Second jammer penalty by my memory. A couple times that's happened so far this weekend. 12 points to show for the attack pack, up to 135. However, 4 points for 354 ladies man, making 72 now. Winner of this game will meet the winner of Cherry Bomb versus Diamond City. That game will be tomorrow. The Cherry Bomb Brawlers versus Diamond City Miners game will be at 5 Mountain Time, which is 4 Pacific, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, 11 p.m. GMT for our international fans. I know you're out there.
All right, attack pack.
Attack pack from St. Petersburg, Florida. Des Moines Derby Brats from Iowa. Here live in Loveland, Colorado, for the JRDA Championship Tournament. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. 2 tracks of action, 20 teams in all, 2 divisions. 3 days of competition. 333 charter slots filled among all 20 teams. 58 of these championship chartered skaters aging out of the JRDA after this weekend, as 18 the maximum age for the juniors. Rather, that's when you graduate, when you age out, if you will. 2 jammer, well, Okay, one jammer in play, and that jammer just knocked out of bounds. Been a while since we've had two jammers in play. Bustling through, and yes, lead jam at Jacob 07. High roller back in play. But the jam is called even before that initial 0-0 on the scoring trip. So, not sure that worked out the way Des Moines would like. 72-135 score holding. That was only the initial trip through the pack. May have been able to keep it going. Just observation from past experience. Perhaps maybe didn't care for the complement of blockers there. Wanted to buy a little time for another group of blockers to come out, or perhaps a blocker to come out of the box that I didn't notice. That is also possible. We'll leave that up to the coaches. 206, lead jam, Road Rage. And 354, Ladies Man, the opposition. Road Rage holding back and taking every last second off the clock. That's a pretty obvious strategy there. 4 points scored prior to that. Not risking any penalties and not risking the other jammer being able to score at all. So clock management coming into play in the final third of the game, which is kind of maybe a little early for that, but you look at the score and looking for best case scenario in each jam. Penalty box is clear. Take note of that. 07, jam at Jacob, lead jam again. And Purple Warrior completing the initial trip. Racing pack up and over and blocked, kind of positionally blocked all the way out of bounds there by Scully. Four points scored, making 76 now to 139. Kind of back and forth, but yet to have really Des Moines a standout jam in the second half. Unlike previously 16 points for Ladies Man, that was in the last part of the first period. See what Ladies Man can do here now against Lightning. Lightning drawn out of bounds and back. Strictly defense for the moment. And lead jam, Ladies Man. Pivot 23, Technology to the box. Both pivots in the box now. 2 points scored. 139-78. I missed the first part of that cheer, but a lively audience we have on hand live here at the Ranch Events Complex, Loveland, Colorado. Recognize a lot of these faces from years of tournaments past. It's all up to the jammers to continue jamming until their respective pivots return to play. Both pivots in the box. Low block called on Purple 2-0. Scully. Whoa! Into a teammate. And okay. We're up. I think we had a height record previously. I'm going to call that a distance record for jumps so far. Whew. 3 points by Des Moines. Let's not. Yeah, let's give credit there. 3 points for Des Moines. Let's see, 17 points in this period. So 15:54 to go, and both jammers ready. As we have Road Rage with lead. And again, 3-5-4 ladies man with 6 of the points so far this period. Ladies man with 33 in the first half. 4 points by Road Rage, making 143 to Des Moines, holding 81. Always 30 seconds between jams, which could favor the team in the lead. Tried for the jump there, has to correct. Does Jamet Jacob. Lead jam, Purple Warrior. You got to come out the other side with a wheel in bounds. And a back block called on Purple Warrior. This is a power jam for Des Moines. Need all the points they can get unopposed for already. Of note that the attack pack also down 2 blockers. One just sat down. And that beautiful jump completes the scoring trip. 4 points maximum. You score on any opposing blockers in the box as each new scoring trip begins. However, you do not score on the jammer. Road Rage. One-on-one defense. And 4 points for Purple Warrior, picking up where they left off. Blocked out hard was Jamet Jacob, who carries on and gets a shot at Purple Warrior. However, Purple Warrior spins and continues scoring. That's 8 now. So 8-8. Jammer down and being hovered by Sunny Days. You can hover, but you cannot prevent someone from standing. And not risking a track cut. You see the correction there. Or perhaps not. That was just off camera, but Jamet Jacob not wanting to cut track and rather exhaustedly spinning off the track momentarily. 15-10, net 5 for the attack pack. What a jam. I don't care who you're cheering for. That was about a jam and a half worth of jamming. Penalty box appears to be clear. 5-on-5. And hopefully you saw our champs preview in 5-on-5. But nonetheless, jammer race ensues, and it is lead jam Des Moines. But racing pack and only about 20 feet separating the jammers. Lightning almost having to contend with Ghost Blocker in turn 2. And more racing. A minute 18 to go in the jam. And whether or not there's points on the board, let's see. 1-1. Well, it was fun to watch, even if it did nothing for the outcome, except for it does take that much time off the clock.
And chanting for the first time for the Derby Brats is Kate Boone, number 13.
Reading some of the comments, yeah, that was that was potentially as exhausting as the jam previous, but in a different way. 11 minutes to go. As Road Rage blocked 1-on-1 and 2 and 3, but lead Jam in a concentrated pack continued to work. 62 Olivia Glisson anchoring defense for the attack pack at the moment. And 4 points scored by Road Rage. Glisson now joined by appears to be Sunny, High Roller rather. Check the number of 7s. Sunny Days up front. High Roller bridging now, keeping everyone legal. Track cuts on Road Rage and good defense all along by Des Moines in the back. That championship level roller derby that we've seen from the Des Moines Derby Brats through the years. Up front, off camera, completing the initial trip through the pack with a Star Stash. And it's 13 K-Boom, or Kaboom, if you will, depending on inflection. Tiptoeing through the pack is Road Rage back in play with 4 points, making 8. So for Kaboom, we will say it looks like 1 point. 1 point. That's 7, though, for the attack pack. That, despite the penalty on Road Rage, which speaks to the defense. So 8:52 and counting in this game. Just in from the yellow track, Mob City Misfits over Tampa 156 to 108. Again, Mob City over Tampa 156 108. Mob City was the number 6 seed, Tampa the number 3. That is an upset. And Mob City will advance now to meet the winner of Philly and Capital City. That game will be held tomorrow. Philly Capital City will be at 5 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 7 Eastern, as Capital City in South Carolina, Philly in Pennsylvania. Be the game to watch. The winner of that game will meet the Mob City Misfits tomorrow at 3 Mountain Time. Winner of that game goes on to the championship game. Thank you, Tool Time, and also Vinsanity for the heads up on the action. Both tracks playing. Each division has 2 games at once instead of one division having one track for the entire tournament. And that is for those skaters who compete in both divisions. Also, start times are not staggered. They are all on odd hours, at least for those of us here in the Mountain Time Zone. 167.93 now, following that 8-1 net 7 attack pack jam. Next game will be Seattle versus Rose City right here on the pink track. Yellow track will be Los Anarchists versus Pile of Bones.
Tomorrow we have at 3 p.m. the winner of the Diamond City Charity Final matchup against the winner of this and Mob City.
The team that comes up short here, once again, nobody's weekend is over this soon, especially at this level of gameplay. No, not at all, as the runner-up in this game will meet the runner-up from Game 2, which was Sioux Falls. And that game will be at 11 Mountain Time tomorrow.
And we are back to the action after the official timeout.
And while Tampa and Mob City haven't met, I don't believe that is, at least as far as the seeding, an upset, as Mob City entering number 6 to Tampa's number 3. But as we've said in the previews, there's one at WFTDA.tv, another one in 5-on-5 magazine, that the competition, the regular season competition with these championship teams, many of these games were held against each other. So potential for some pontification there or not. 8 minutes to go, 4-1 that time. Net 3 for Des Moines, making 97 now to 168.
Here we go, that looks like high roller.
Did you blink? Well, sorry. High roller lead jam over Ladies Man.
Ladies and bounce it through.
Multiplayer block called.
And there's the call off.
Attack pack blocker sent to the penalty box, and I believe the Des Moines pivot headed to the box with a multiplayer. 3 points scored by the attack pack, making 171 now to 97. Under 7 minutes to go. Both jammers on the track. Attack pack, 2 blockers in the box, 1 about to return. Des Moines with the pivot in the box. Lead jam, Lightning. Defense up front by the attack pack, and meanwhile through the pack, Lightning with the first 4 points of the jam. And completes the scoring trip for another 4. The attack pack, or TAP for short, piling on the points in this period. Positively 4 points there. Completing, let's see, that is a count, 12 it is. 183 now to 97. Two blockers for Des Moines in the penalty box. And 1 blocker for the attack pack, and the jammer is out for illegal contact. A high block plus illegal contact that was dual penalties, as Road Rage with the power jam, and 4 points officially now. Pack definition about as wide as wider than the lens we have here. As both jammers engaged. Glisson chasing the jammer, not quite. As Road Rage on the board. Again, making 12. Oh gosh, there's a call off and impact before the fourth whistle. Good sporting there, helping trying to help Jeff and Coach Bill also with a hand in that. A little trying to regain the footing there. 13 points, and yes, big hit there right at the end. So official timeout now, unofficially 3:45 to go in this game. And yes, today the WFTDA.TV watch passes for the Cups, playoffs, and championships are live and available. You can buy one at the URL you see there in the chat. If you're not paying attention to the chat, look at it now. Click it, because you can get 20% off on the 2019 full postseason bundle pass. Good for our Twitch viewers today with the code WFTDA RobyDoby. And you're going to have to look at the chat to see how that's spelled and which letters to capitalize. Get in on that. 20% off today. That is for the WFTDA postseason Women's Flat Track Derby Association. 3:47 on the clock now, following that 13-point jam. And as we pick up again, Attack Pack 196, Des Moines 97. The period began with the Attack Pack up 91 to Des Moines 64. So, a little math. This period, the Attack Pack up 95 to 33. There were two 12-point jams, three 12-point jams, 113 and 115 on the Attack Pack side to give the credit there. Meanwhile, Jamit Jacob did have a 10-point jam. That was a 15-10 jam. So those 10 points being met plus by the Attack Pack.
That is the Rose City Rosebuds. Up against
354, ladies man with 40 points of the 97 unofficially scored in this game. 07 Jamit Jacob with at least 35 of the points for Des Moines. Quality roller derby all around. This game running a little late. We may have a compressed warm-up time to derby for the next game. Stay tuned. We'll bring it to you in its entirety once it starts. Scheduled to begin in a matter of minutes on the yellow track, Los Anarchists versus Pile of Bones. Back to live action. It is lead jam and power jam. Jamin Jacob, first 4 points. Scored 10 points in a previous jam. That was about 7 jams ago.
Reset and back into the pack.
A hard block, and that draws the call off after 3 points scored. Trying to check the penalty box. The jammer was released, so Attack Pack will have a jammer. Multiplayer block called on Rechnology. Kaboom versus Purple Warrior. Purple Warrior with lead jam, and that is 4 points. That makes an even 200 for the Attack Pack. Kaboom with the star stash. You cannot hide the star. You can take it off if you want to try to either attempt to pass it or attempt to pass yourself off as a blocker. But you cannot hide it. Can't put it away. Credit the blockers that time. 12-point jam for the Attack Pack. 208 now to, 104. Under a minute to go. Of course, the next jam, as per the rules, can go a full 2-minute time limit or until the lead jammer calls it off. At this point, I would expect the Attack Pack to not, well, that's what I get. Lead jam, high roller. Okay, I would expect at this point, high roller to not charge in, commit any penalties, risk anything unnecessarily. Perhaps look to, okay, well, took it slow approaching the pack, but Ladies Man continuing to skate it out. So a little hedging there, in the final seconds of the game as the period clock expires. Unofficial final, Attack Pack 212, Des Moines, this with 3 points. That was net 1 and only 1 for the Attack Pack 212, Des Moines 107. Game will be called official momentarily, just checking on math, making sure all the final points were counted. And there is the rolling whistle as the Attack Pack advances in the tournament. Oh, 4-4. Okay, that's good. Good news for Des Moines. Let's see, 212-108, but still the Attack Pack finishing with the win here as skaters ready to take their victory lap. Again, the Attack Pack will skate tomorrow and continue on in their quest for first place. And if they win the next game, they will advance to the championship game. Aside from that, they can play for third. Des Moines will continue to skate along with the other teams, some of the other teams that have lost their games or may lose their games in the near future. And the prize for that's 5th place still. So weekend just beginning for both teams. What a game you saw. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again. Again, we are a little behind on this track, but we'll bring you all the action as soon as it is practical to do so. You are watching, yes, the 2019 Junior Roller Derby Association Championship Tournament on WFTDA.TV.